I'm Ferdinando Gueli, I'm the Italian Trade Commissioner here in Seoul, proud to be part of this organization which has almost 100 years history in supporting Italian companies doing business abroad and promoting Made in Italy worldwide. The agri-food sector is one of the pillars of Made in Italy. When you think about Made in Italy, for sure, your mind goes to some of our iconic products like pasta, tomato, olive oil. So it's a very important sector for our economy. And Italian economy is characterized by a very large number of small and medium enterprises that are exporting abroad. The main challenge is because those companies, they lack of resources, time, energy. So in a global market like we are now, you need to have more knowledge about different markets, different consumer behaviors, different business cultures, different regulations. So it's important to provide those companies with information, guidance, orientation, in order they can compensate the lack of resources they have in order to get all those information and to define better strategy to enter the foreign markets. That's why also we have been modifying our activities in the course of the year, and especially in the last 2 decades, we have been dedicating more and more resources, energies in our programs to digital channels. It's a fast-changing environment, so you need to understand how is the evolution, and you need also to have access to the channels, which sometimes is not easy if you do alone being a small company. So you need support. That's what we could try to provide them with. Tridge was exactly matching what we were expecting, our needs in terms of providing a platform to access. In this case, is a B2B platform, which is very important because for the Italian companies, finding good partners, reliable and professional partners is the key for their success in the global markets. So that's the base and the resources that Tridge has in terms of a global network of buyers. Strength of your organization, of your platform, is the market intelligence capabilities. This is another additional value, an additional plus that we can provide to our company. So that's why we choose Tridge. It was a special case because sometimes when we work with the e-commerce platforms, we look more to B2C platform, but we realize how important it was to have a partner that is also an emerging global player like you in the B2B channel, going beyond our expectation in terms of participation of Italian companies, more than 144 companies at the end. We've been able, thanks also to your support, to onboard, and they have access to more than 100 countries, buyers from more than 100 countries, and not only Korea, but also especially Southeast Asia, but also other continents. This is a very large base of buyers, but also they are high quality. You have more than 350,000, if I'm not wrong. But at the same time, they are qualified. They are, in a way, selected. And this is very, very valuable. The fact that those buyers have been already pre-selected and pre-qualified, it's a really, really big value for them. We have around 16 companies that they are below $25,000 export revenue, which is really, really micro enterprise. They are really our strength, the strength of our economy, because they have a very special, unique products, and that the consumers, when they discover these products, they are really amazed about. But the problem is how to bring those products to the attention of the global consumers. It's very difficult. They cannot propose their products everywhere in the world. So they need to select the right market. And that's why a platform like Tridge can help them to find the right market for them. So there was a very nice case of a one of those micro enterprises with less than $25,000 revenue has been approached by a very famous French retailer chain. And I think this would very hardly happen without this framework we created for them. For a very small company like this, they cannot even have an appointment with a buyer, such a very big organization. But in this environment, this kind of a miracle happened. So this is what we are looking for. We try to enhance their access to some channels that otherwise they could not access. So we are particularly happy about this case, and we hope there will be more in the future. Let's continue, because we like long-term approach. We don't like short-term. In our promotion strategy, we try always to build stable, long-term partnerships, because this will provide us the real value in the long term.